Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hive Doctor. Today I've got something for you from Apis Tactical. If you're unfamiliar with them, they're the ones that come out with these really awesome gloves, tactical style. I talk a lot about these in my videos. You can check out more in the video up here in the corner. But I just recently got something else from Apis Tactical that they want me to review for you guys. And I'm excited because Apis Tactical doesn't just do gloves anymore. They've worked themselves into the left you hanging there, didn't I? Ha. Well, anyways, today Apis Tactical has asked me to do a review for you guys on their brand new beekeeping suits. That's right. They sent me a jacket and veil and a full suit. So we're gonna be busting out these bad boys, doing a review and showing you what makes them different than the rest. Now, I'm not gonna be like doing a comparison necessarily. We're mostly just gonna be focusing on what they have, their design, and how it functions. So let's go ahead and break this box open and see what we've got. So we've got, the first thing he sent loose, unattached, is a round veil. Already I'm noticing some different ventilation methods going on up here in the top. I haven't seen another veil that actually vents up here in the top hood. They've also got this drawstring here. Have you ever had these things just like you put them on and over time they just fall further over your head because the elastic inside wears out? Well, this has got a nice drawstring that you can cinch down to your size and keep it there. On the outside, you notice first, we've got a tapered design with the zipper, which is going to fit onto the jacket that we've got in the box here. The throat neck area has got a nice ventilated mesh. And one of the first things I noticed when I pulled this out of the box is that the screen that you look through with these is a lot finer than any other veil I've ever seen. Let's bring you in close for this. So it's so fine, it's not easy to just like point it out. Just look how clearly you can see my arm and my hand holding that veil. The screen is not incredibly obvious. What does that mean? For you, it means that you're going to be able to see through the screen a lot easier during your hive inspections. One of the reasons I don't like using veils is because it inhibits my visibility to a point. It's minimal, but it's distracting for me. And so that's why I've learned to go without, but this changes the game because this is gonna be a lot less distracting. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, try it out. And you know what I'm already noticing before I even do that? They've got this soft liner for your forehead inside. This is, I don't know what it's, some kind of cotton, but it's like super soft. It looks more like a microfiber fabric that you see on microfiber cloths. All right. So I haven't adjusted the strap or anything, and already it's sitting really nicely on my face. Now, since this came in a box, it came folded up like this, the screen's got some wrinkles in it, but when you hang these, you want to hang them because it allows this mesh screen to relax over time so that these wrinkles in the screen are not in your vision. So eventually that'll smooth out. But right now, like my first thought is I can see more clearly. When I look at my hands, like I don't see the individual lines of the screens like I do on my other veils. This is nice, and I think it'll make finding eggs even easier for those who have a difficult time finding them in traditional veil screens. In fact, so let's go ahead and give you guys a look to see how this looks. Pretty clear. Beautiful day, green over there. Let's look up. Whoa. Oh wait, let me do this. Whoa. Not bad. All right, so that's the round veil. That's one of my favorites because it actually sits on your head and the veil stays away from your face and the back of your head. The fencing style veils I've gotten used to, but they're not my favorite because when you look up, like, you still can't see anything because they kind of block your peripheral vision. I get it. When you're a beekeeper, you don't need your peripheral vision, but I've always got to pull that thing up in order to see and talk to someone. With this, all I have to do is point my head and it follows with me. All right, I was wondering where I put my gloves, my other Apis tactical gloves. These are the gauntlet style if you want a little bit more coverage than the ones that I'm wearing. All right, so here's his full suit. The veil is unattached at the moment, but the zipper is sewn onto this for whatever style veil you want to put on it. And I'm going to keep the veil unzipped just during this so it's easier, but I'll just slip it on so that you guys can get an idea of how it works. But before I put this on, let's go ahead and take out what else we've got in this box. Here's the jacket, still in its wrapper. Just fun. It's so exciting to get things in the mail and be able to open it up. I think that's the funnest part of doing stuff. And one of the things that comes with all of his pieces is a field manual. He's got it looking just like you would see something with tactical style gear. So we've got field manual for operation and deployment, Apis tactical beekeeping jacket. And then inside it gives you like all of the details about how this thing works. The heat index chart even. Wow. Let's look at that picture. Oh, he's got a picture for showing how he's got this like fruit punch thing in a pocket. So while you're out, you can hydrate, keep things going. It explains each part, like of the suit. For example, we've got a quick zip hood, veil attachment. You guys already know that. There's places for pens, pencils, a no-bee front hood, veil closure, magnetic tool attachment system, a dual main zipper, internal bee block shirt. We got a back belt loop latch, glove attachment system. We're going to find out a lot about this suit. Now here's my favorite thing. I love just a jacket and veil personally. I don't ever want to put on a full suit, but what this offers with that is full protection for those of you who feel that you need that, especially when it's hot outside, which right now it's July and it's hot. All right, so this is going to offer the same as the full suit, so we'll just look at the full suit. And again, he's sent me a couple of fencing style veils, each with their own field manual. We're going to go ahead and open up one of them. All right, man, he really has put a lot of thought into this design. Check this out. Okay, we got a lot going on here, so bear with me. Right here we've got a Velcro tab, and fencing style veils usually collapse. It's for storage and also to keep that thing away from your face when you're wearing it. On the top here, as well as this pull tab, we've got mesh, 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 and then we've got cotton where it's going to be sitting on your head. And it looks like you can actually choose how much of this veil you want out or in, because this has Velcro and the tops here are Velcroed. So let's say I want to go to the middle one. I just lash it right there, and that's as far as this veil is going to go. If I want it all the way there, or I can go all the way back, store it. There's that system up close. Give you guys a close look. It's the same fine mesh that we saw on the other. You can't even hardly tell on the video here that there's even mesh there, that there's a screen, but there is. It's so nice. You can kind of see the sheen of it right there. Of course, the Apis Tactical logo. This is the part that's going to cinch down over all the zippers that meet together. He's got a very unique pull tab here. Both sides have like this textured grip. And on the front veil here, something that's been kind of new in the last few years that I've seen is this drop down. But he doesn't just have that. Like if you just want to get a drink, we've got this pull across, and you could take a bite of something, a drink of something, without exposing so much of your face by using it the other way. On the back, we've got a nice, looks like a 3-layer mesh system going on to protect the back of your head as well. And so like, you're not gonna get stung there. And if you were to hang this up, here's a nice pull tab to be able to just hang it up with the jacket still on. So we've got 2 of those here in the box. Let's go with our round veil. Everything comes with its own manual, like I mentioned. This one's for the Apis Tactical Bee Suit, the Apis Tactical Beekeeping Round Protective Hood, and then the Apis Tactical Beekeeping Jacket. I mean, this guy's put a lot of thought and effort into each piece of what he's got going on. Now there is a difference I think I do need to cover with the jacket. You guys probably noticed in the beginning, the bottom of this jacket's pretty wide. Well, what's going on there? How's that going to keep bees out? Well, let's go ahead and open up all these Velcro tabs, unzip the thing, and put it on. And I like the color too. It's like a nice cream. And don't quote me on this, but I believe he has colored jackets coming. Okay, here we go. Nice. All right, so let's zip this. Oh, check that out. What's that? Oh, all right, so we've got like an inner system with an elastic band separate from the outer part of the jacket. Let's check that out first. Okay, so like it's a nice mesh. It's got its own zipper, and it looks like it zips up all the way. No, not all the way. I zipped it to the wrong one. Here we go. All right, looks like we've got like a half zip. I like that look. Just in case you're hanging out at the beekeeper's bar and you're trying to pick up some beekeeper chicks, you'd be like, hey girl, what you got, honey? Anyways, so this is when you're like wanting to just be awesome. But aside from being awesome and joking aside, this is to help keep bees, it's just an added layer to help keep bees from climbing up the inside of your jacket. Because right now, I've got this zipped up as far as it will go, and the elastic band is snug to my body. Like, I can feel that it's not going to allow bees to get up inside. And if I bend over, it stays in place. A lot of times when you bend over, jackets will ride up, and that's going to allow, bees, of course, to get in. And in beekeeping, there can be a lot of bending over depending on how low your beehives are because of your hive stands. So right now, if I just bend over, I never bend over like this in beekeeping unless I drop my hive tool or smoker. This elastic band is staying pretty much at or below my belt. And so I've got that added protection, and I can still zip this up. But you see, I'm protected all the way around with just that one elastic ventilated option. So this can be zipped up, of course, goes all the way. I pull this over, do my Velcro, still have my veil on. And this has got to be the most comfortable, lightweight jacket I've ever owned. Like, I've got another jacket from another company, and I really like it a lot, but it's heavier than this. This feels like it was tailor-made to my body, which is a big deal for me because I don't like swimming in a suit or a jacket. That's another reason I don't like to wear them, because you just look like a big old marshmallow man. But this feels nice. Like, I think I could go to town in this, and people would probably turn heads. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, all right, but what about this? I've got a little bit of give here. Well, on this side and this side, we've got 2 anchored pulls with these pinch tabs where I can just cinch it down, and even get this tighter in fit. And of course I've got my two front pockets, queen cages, queen markers will fit in there. Queen markers will fit up in here just like on the suit. Pockets over here just like on the suit. I really like this side zipper. Like I can pull it and unzip it without having to like hold this sleeve down. It doesn't come up when I try to zip it up. But this would be a great place to put my queen cages for when I'm trying to capture a marked queen, mated queen, and go sell. This zipper here for the angled pocket, just like on the suit. Man, I love this. I've never had a jacket before with pockets that made sense. I'm just like, I just look at the pockets and think, why? Oh boy, oh, hold up. Oh, just found this out. I've always wanted pockets so I could just do this. I know as a beekeeper you have your hands out, but sometimes you don't. I just want to put my hands in my pockets. And I never had a suit or a jacket that I could do it with. I'm just gonna wear this and go to my bee yards from now on and just put my hands in my pockets. Oh man, this is super. This is a game changer right here. I know I'm making a big deal about this, but I'm for real. Like I've never had a jacket with a pocket for my hands. They've always been awkward or pointless, and I just stare at the pocket and I'm like, why are you here? This is super. Yeah, worth it. Everyone, so instead of filming this part with the full suit over at my honey house in direct sunlight, I decided to head over here where I kind of hang out, work on the Beak Jeep. I've even got like a hammock set up over here where I just kind of chill and brainstorm. It's like right here. In fact, I just took a nap in it earlier. So now I'm ready to show you the full suit and all the features that it's got. So one thing I want to point out that not everyone understands is when you wear a full suit, you've got full protection as long as you've put it on correctly. So you don't have to go out in pants if it's already hot. You could put on shorts, man, heck, you could go out in your boxers if you wanted to. As long as you've suited up right and you've got everything closed off around the ankles, your zippers are up tight, your veil is completely zipped, and you've got your gloves and cuffs in order, then, man, don't even wear a shirt, just go out. Just keep in mind, these do keep you mostly protected. No suit is fully ever sting proof. It's just goes a long way in keeping you less likely to get stung. So you put these on just like coveralls. And I can do this with my shoes on. It's just a little bit easier to take my boots off and step into them with my socks. Especially since I already have the ankles zipped up and velcroed. One arm at a time. And of course you want to already have your veil zipped onto this before you put it on. And then it needs to be unzipped halfway. So bring part of the zipper, one zipper to your veil over to this shoulder, the other zipper to this shoulder, so they can peel back and peel forward, close it up. So now I've got this on. I'm going to bring up my main zipper. Let's move this mic. Main zipper. And then close this over. Just put my mic right here in my zipper. All right. Shoes back on. Now this particular suit isn't quite my size, but it's very close. Jeff just sent me what he could from Apis Tactical so I could show you guys. Okay, now that we're fully suited, the first thing I notice is how much lighter this is than the full suit that I carry around with me for others, just in case I've got someone who wants to come along and be able to be protected. This feels like it's a lot more fitted, and I don't have to worry about the bees stinging. It's got that 3-layer mesh system still. All right, so to start off with, looking at this, we got it at the bottom. I've got elastic bands and Velcro to tighten this around my ankles or high boots if I'm wearing them. It's got zippers that come all the way up to the inner thigh to help get these things on. Reinforced knees, And then I've got a plethora of pockets that we'll cover here in a minute. But the sleeves, they're just like the pant cuffs, where they've got an elastic band, boing, and then a Velcro cinch. So I could cinch this as much as I wanted to within the Velcro range. And of course, they've got these things to help keep the sleeves from riding up your arm. I'm not a big fan of that feeling between my thumb and finger, but that's what that's for. And then you would put your glove on over this, whatever style you want. But when you're zipping it up, it's got 4 primary pieces of Velcro where you zip this up. And it's so zoop, boom. And it's got a high collar, higher than other suits I've had. But if you got to go to the bathroom nearby and you also don't necessarily want to take your suit off, the zipper works in the opposite direction. So that's a plus. So that covers that. This protects that area. And I'll go ahead and let you guys see all the way around. Same mesh system in the back. The breeze can pass through. Especially if you're sweating, you're going to feel that, and it's going to feel really good. Okay, since we were on the sleeves, let's go ahead and finish with the sleeves. I can feel that in each elbow, there's a little bit of extra padding involved, like in, the elbow area. There's a couple of arm pockets, front pockets, top breast pockets, and there's even a couple of rear pockets on the back. And we've got a belt system. So you could wear your own regular belt in this to kind of help cinch this too. You're not really swimming around in this like you are traditional bee suits. And I really love that because I hate walking around feeling like I'm the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, like, the one on Ghostbusters. It's not fun and it's not cool. It doesn't even look that sexy. So why would I want to wear that, right? So not only could you put your own belt through this belt loop system, which is 2-layer Velcro, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, but if you could situate some sort of working tool belt for yourself to where you're wearing it, that would house, let's say, queen cages, hive tool, whatever you needed, everything's right here at the ready for you. So at least it's got that option. I've not seen this on any other suit. So we've got 2 pockets up front. They're quite deep. And on the inside, that layer right there is another cotton layer. So what's neat about this is that he's made it to where, let's say I forgot my lighter in my inner pocket and I need to light my smoker. There's a inner zipper that gives me access to my shorts pocket or my pants pocket. I've never seen that on anything, but I've definitely forgotten my lighter in my pants pocket before and I had to unzip all this to get down in there. So that is brilliant. I love that design. All the zipper pulls, by the way, are textured and easy pull. These are some of the easiest zippers I've ever had go back and forth. It's really satisfying. All right, so both these pockets are identical in that way. They both have that inner access to whatever you're wearing. The rear pockets, they're double Velcro, and then they just reach down in. So whatever you want to put in there. I don't put too many things in my pockets when I'm beekeeping. And then up top, we got 2 identical pockets. I'm not going to touch this one because my mic's on that one. This is the same as that one. But the way this works is I like to use my opposite hand to unzip, and then the pocket goes in this way. And so whatever I would store in here, I would access with this hand. Same with this pocket, I would access with this hand. This would be a great place for some queen cages if you're going to capture a queen. Or if you're taking a queen, you could put her in this little mesh pocket and keep her kind of warm against your body, but also easy access, and she's protected up here. And our arm pocket here, this one, they both have like a Velcro tab. So I can undo that, and there's 2 pockets up front, and then there's a single pocket behind those pockets. And they look like they're about the size of a queen marking pin. So I could just do that. That's all the way in, but I can still access it because I can grab the cap. And it's the same with, I can actually tuck this Velcro thing down in this pocket if I wanted to, get it out of the way. There. Or I could store 2 of those in one pocket. I don't know why I would. You only need 1 of these each year. But anyways, that's an option. And the other side is very similar with a little bit of difference. I've got my Apis Tactical logo with a slightly larger Velcro tab with 3 separate pockets. Papa size, mama size, and baby size. This would fit in the papa sized one, not the middle one or the smaller one. I think a grafting tool and a pen, marker, or Sharpie would go well in this pocket right here. And then of course this has another zippered pocket where they're a great place to put small items like queen cages or cell protectors and things of that nature. Let's go ahead and grab a veil just so you guys can see what it looks like on top. I'm going to choose the round veil because that's the one on top. I'm not going to zip this on, but I will show you guys basically what it looks like when it's over the suit, because when you do put this on, it's got this nice Velcro tab that goes over all of your zippers and protects them and the access point for whenever you put this on. You bring all your zippers up, here, 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 Velcro tab over, and you're protected. This screen mesh is amazing. I can see so much better. There is like a haze, like you're kind of looking through a screen, but it's not as distracting as the larger screen mesh on most traditional veils. And I really like the way that this one fits. It doesn't feel like it's going to slip down over my eyeballs and block my vision. I've had that happen a lot where I have to keep adjusting my hat every time because it keeps drooping over. Now, one of the more fun systems that this particular suit has is that you can get a box of Apis Tactical magnets. They look like those batteries that go in some accessories. And they're made, according to his tactical guides, to be able to cut an opening virtually anywhere you want so that you can attach your Hive tool. But you can slip this in just about anywhere in the mesh, glue it back shut so that the magnet can't come out and that your fabric doesn't rip. But I prefer the idea of this, just dropping it in a pocket. Whoa, maybe that's a magnet pocket and I didn't know it. Anyways, I don't have any Hive tools here at my man cave, but what I do have to test this thing is a 16-ounce hammer. And it doesn't want to hold up a 16-ounce hammer, but that's okay because I'm not. But I do have a cat's paw, and it's a little bit heavier than the Hive tool, and it's holding it up just fine. And I could stick these magnets, this was a box of 6, in just about any pocket. Anyways, this holds a Hive tool just fine. These are quite strong. Let me check this out. So they come like this in the box. I can already feel the pull on it. They're very nice magnets. So that could be integrated in the pockets, into the fabric, or into a tool belt if you're choosing to keep your Hive tool just about anywhere within reach and with ease. You don't have to necessarily fumble with a pocket, fumble with it in your hands, or misplace it on a hive next to it and you're looking next to this hive and you're looking for it like, where the heck is my Hive tool? We all know that happens to be the thing that we forget the most. Well, I appreciate you guys sticking with me so far. In fact, I've got 2 more things for you today. One is Apis Tactical offers, oh heck, look at that, I forgot to show you. Right here on the leg, there's a Hive tool pocket just for your Hive tool. So not only can you utilize that magnet function, but there's a pocket just for your Hive tool, and it's deep enough to where the top of it still sticks out and you can grab it. I love that. So I guess I got 3 things for you. So aside from that awesome pocket I just found, Apis Tactical offers more sizes, more sizing availability depending on your build. For me, they've got a slim tall, which I really enjoy because like whenever I get a slim tall t-shirt, it just fits and feels so much better. And I think all of you can agree, when we wear something that fits, we feel better and we feel better about how we look and what we're wearing. It just feels nice to have something a little bit more tailored to us instead of something that's too big or too small. It doesn't make anyone feel good in their clothing when they don't feel right. So check out their sizing system on their website. And when you do that and you go to get your own suit, he's still offering you 10% off, I believe, if you use the code TheHiveDoctor10 in checkout. So it's a generous offer. These suits are going to be an investment and last you for years to come. If you take care of them, they're definitely going to take care of you. So thanks for joining me today, guys. I'll see you each in the next video.